Hey everybody, this is dHunter, bringing another action figure collection video. This is going to be episode 53 of dHunter's complete unopened Batman-related action figures. This episode is going to consist of DST, or Diamond Select Toys, Gotham collection. Gotham was a live-action TV show set in the DC universe. They only made figures from season 1 and 2, and I don't know if the line got canceled or if Diamond Select just sort of gave up on the license. But it would have been really nice if they continued with seasons 3, 4, and 5. The characters became a lot more villainous, over the top. They were in their costumes as the show progressed, so they would have made really good action figures. Now, they made these deluxe releases that came with diorama pieces, and they are frankly just awesome. But there were also Toys R Us exclusives. They were cheaper, more bare bone, and didn't have the diorama pieces. Of course, being the collector that I am, I got every single variation, the select versions and the Toys R Us versions. I got one of each to open and one of each to keep unopened in my complete unopened collection. In this video, we're going to take a look at the entire collection. We'll look at it wave by wave. We'll check out what I have open and what I have unopened as well. If you want to see how extensive my unopened Batman-related action figure collection is, check out episode 1, the overview. There will be a link in the description below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's see how we got to this point. Before we dig into this video, let's take a quick look at my overall action figure collection. Here's when I had everything laid out in the house. So I think I've finally done it. I've unpacked all of the figures. As you can see here, we have the Diamond Select Toys Gotham collection. Here's a bunch of my Mezco unopened figures. Some more Mattel stuff. Here's the Legends of the Dark Knight line. This is the Batman Power Attack line. Sort of Batman Unlimited. All my Justice League Unlimited stuff. This is the entire DC Direct and DC Collectibles Arkham collection. Mattel's 1966 line, DC Superhero Girls, all the different NECA Batman figures, some Target exclusive line, all the amazing Yamaguchi figures back there, some Spin Master stuff, the Mattel Batman Missions line. Of course, in the very back, it's my entire comic collection with all the recent McFarlane releases in front. And above that, got a bunch of DC Direct and Mattel figures in the last several years. Moving on, pretty much the entire Mattel's The Batman line. Back here in the back, got my SH Figure Arts Batman figures. This side, we've got all the different Mattel Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins figures, massive amount of piles. Back here we've got the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series figures, and a lot of them are on top as well. Can't wait to get to that video. That one and the Arkham collection and DC Universe Classics, some videos I'm really excited to do. Here are the Mattel figures. I can see the Batman Legacy, Batman Unlimited. It goes all the way from the original Batman line. Here's the Batmobile. And it's going to go all the way to DC Superheroes, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse. A ton of figures. Great era with Mattel. Fun stuff. But I do like what McFarlane's doing. But I do miss these days, that's for sure. Going back to Kenner and Hasbro. Ton of Batman Beyond. Batman the Animated Series stuff. I mean, that just seemed endless to go through. My word. Look at these piles of unopened figures. Batman Animated Series continues all the way back here. Absolute ton of stuff just stacked up. On top of this table here, got all the Mafex figures and a bunch of one-offs. Some Hasbro, some McFarlane, or Mattel rather, anniversary figures. Amazing Yamaguchi, Kia Asima, all kind of different import type stuff. Then we've got JLA and Total Justice figures. And then on to all the rest of the DC Direct stuff. Bunch of DC Direct Batman related figures. Some more chill in the back here. And I filled up all these shelves temporarily, just storing all these DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And it's almost done. Here's the Mattel Batman Brave and the Bold line. I did not realize how extensive that got. And a ton more Brave and the Bold down here. Moving on again. Some old Toy Biz, Super Friends, and DC superhero figures. Leading into the Dark Knight collection. Then we'll go to the Batman Returns figures. And then, of course, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. There's a bunch of different Batcaves. And some more animated stuff in the back there. So here's the first wave of Diamond Select Toys Gotham figures. These are the select versions. Packaging is huge. It's to accommodate the diorama, but also to just sort of make you feel like you're getting more than you actually are. This wave consists of the Penguin, Detective Jim Gordon, and Selina Kyle, or Cat. So let's take a look. Like I said, packaging is huge. One side here says Gotham, Before the Legend. This is the select version. This is the Penguin Deluxe action figure with diorama base. Here's the package. He's got this sort of dock diorama. Very important, as the first episode, Jim Gordon pretended to shoot him and push him off the dock. The side, we've got Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin. And in the back, here's the Penguin. He's holding his apple. There's a little description. And here are the other figures from Series 1. Next, we've got Jim Gordon, arguably one of the main stars of the show. Likeness is decent. Gotham, Detective Jim Gordon. Here he is on the side. He does come with a diorama base. It's like an alleyway with some trash cans. And it actually connects to Selina Kyle's base. The backside, here's Jim Gordon standing there. Other figures from the wave. You can see the two diorama pieces put together. It's actually a really cool diorama. And finally, we have Selina Kyle. Selina Kyle, much smaller figure as she's a teenager in the show. She comes with that diorama piece, which is sort of the fire escape or balcony, connects to Jim Gordon's. One side, here's Kat, and in the back, here she is in the diorama. Here's Gordon with both the diorama pieces together, and here's the rest of the wave. So Series 1 of the figures here is from Season 1. Series 2 was also from Series 1. Series 3 and 4 were from Season 2. And they made no figures from Season 3, 4, or 5, which is very disappointing, as a ton of the characters are very toyetic at that point. And here would be the more basic or bare-bone versions of the Series 1 figures. The Penguin, Detective Jim Gordon, and Selina Kyle. Most of these were Toys R Us exclusives. The select versions ran for about $25. The Toys R Us versions, $10. A great value. The Penguin on the far left was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. He was actually the very first figure to kick off the entire line. I was really excited to get that guy, as it gave you a taste of what you're going to get with the Diamond Select line, which I'm really, really fond of. I'm a huge sucker for figures and suits, regular attire, and that might be why the line didn't sell well, but that's the kind of stuff that's right up my alley. So let's take a look. I'm throwing a little bit more traditional action figure card backs. A little warning at the top. Gotham, Before the Legend, the Penguin. You can see this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure. This was the battle damaged Penguin. Beat up, a little bit of blood in his head and his shirt. He's got a couple extra hands, an apple, and his umbrella. Now these figures here, they came with a diorama base, like a display stand, but it's a sidewalk piece. And something really cool about these guys, all the sidewalk pieces connect together. You can make a pretty big sidewalk for your action figure world, and that's damn sure what I did. On the back side, here's the Penguin. We have a little description. This is the roughed up exclusive edition, San Diego Comic-Con. Then, of course, we have the standard version of the Penguin. The Penguin, exact same accessories, but this is a clean version, no battle damage. He has the same sidewalk piece. On the back side, here's the Penguin, a little description, and the rest of Series 1. Here is Detective Jim Gordon. He has a pistol and the sidewalk piece. Like I said, I love suited action figures. Here's Gordon, a little description, and the rest of Wave 1. Finally, here's Selina Kyle. She comes with a little carton of milk and the sidewalk piece. Smaller figure, as she's a teenage girl in the show. Backside, here's Kat or Selina Kyle. Rest of Series 1. So like I said before, I got both the select versions and the Toys R Us versions to keep open. In front of you we have 3 different Penguin figures. We've got the bloodied up Penguin on the left, the standard Penguin in the middle, and then my extra Toys R Us Penguin on the right, whom I put a Court of Owls mask on. So I really had no other use for that figure, but it works perfect for Court of Owls. He's in a suit, he's got the mask on, can't tell it's Penguin. Excellent use for this extra figure of mine. Here's just Jim Gordon out of the package. As you can see, we've got the standard Jim Gordon in the center. On the left, I took a DC Direct Oliver Queen head put on there. That way I've got Arrow, Oliver Queen in civilian attire. And on the right, you can see what I did with the extra Jim Gordon head. I put it onto a NECA Aliens Colonial Marine, so I can have a generic custom Marine there. Here are my 2 Selina Kyle figures. I actually didn't do any customizing or swapping with the extra Selina Kyle. She's a very short figure, and I really have not found a good use for it yet. Maybe eventually. Or I'll just flip it. So here's Series 2. Series 2 was also based off the Season 1 looks of the characters. We've got Detective Harvey Bullock, Edward Nigma, and Alfred Pennyworth. These are in the select packaging. A very strong wave, if you ask me. So let's take a look. Once again, we have Gotham Before the Legend, Detective Harvey Bullock, deluxe action figure with base, the select figure. Here's the package. He has a hat, a pistol, then he has this city diorama piece, a little sidewalk and brick wall. One side, we've got Bullock. On the back, here's Bullock standing there, the diorama in the background, a little description, rest of Series 2. Here is Edward Nigma. He comes with this really cool desk or table. He also has a coffee mug with a question mark on the side. This is Edward Nigma before he was a Riddler, when he worked for GCPD in the forensics office. Here's Nigma on the side and the back. Here's Nigma posed up. Other figures from the wave. He's got his desk behind him. And finally, we have Alfred Pennyworth. Very nice Alfred figure. Likeness is a little bit soft to the actor, but it's a great 7-inch scale generic Alfred. In the back, you can see he has the Wayne Manor fireplace. Alfred on the side. The back, there's Alfred posed up. You can see the likeness. Maybe a little off for the actor, but it makes a great generic Alfred figure. And here's the rest of the second wave. So here are the bare-boned Toys R Us versions of Series 2. Bullock, Nigma, and Alfred. So let's take a look. More traditional action figure card back. He has the hat, but doesn't look like he comes with his pistol. Of course, there's also the sidewalk piece. Gotham, Before the Legend, Detective Harvey Bullock. On the back side, got Bullock posed up, nice description, and the rest of Series 2. Then we've got Edward Nigma. He has the coffee mug and a sidewalk piece. Of course, no desk. Backside, here he is posed up, looking nerdy, just like the show. Series 2. And finally, Alfred Pennyworth. Looks like no traditional accessories, just a sidewalk piece. Alfred, description, Series 2. So I bought 2 of the Bullock figures, one deluxe version, one Toys R Us version. On the left, we have Bullock as is. Very happy to have a Bullock figure in 7-inch form. Beyond the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Bullock, there are really no Bullock figures in 6 or 7-inch scale. I actually never did anything with the extra Bullock body. It's in my fodder pile. At one point, I thought since Bullock's sort of a bigger character, I might be able to turn him into Carmine Falcone or Salvatore Maroni. On the right-hand side, I took Bullock's head and hat, added it on to a McFarlane Stranger Things Hopper figure, and made a generic comp. I should think it came out really well. Here's Edward Nigma out of the package. On the left, we have the version I kept as is. In the middle, I took my extra Edward Nigma head from the Toys R Us version and popped it onto a suited body, making for a nice Edward Nigma away from GCPD. And on the right, have my extra Edward Nigma body with an old man head, making another lab technician. Here are my Alfred figures out of the package. Very nice Alfred. The tallest Alfred I have fits in great with 7-inch scales such as McFarlane DC Multiverse. Haven't found anything to do with the extra Alfred yet, but that suited body will come in handy eventually. Here are the Series 3 figures. Series 3 and 4 were based off of Season 2. We've got Barbara Kean, Bruce Wayne, and Victor Zsasz. These are of course the select versions in the larger package with the dioramas. So let's take a look. As you can see, Barbara Kean, Gotham, Rise of the Villains. That was the theme of Season 2. Here she's in the package. No traditional accessories. She's in her Arkham Asylum prison gear. She has this fantastic Arkham Asylum gate in the background. Here she is on the side and on the back. Here's Barbara Kean. Description. Rest of Series 3. I was really excited for Barbara Kean as she's a brand new character made for the show. So she's effectively a brand new Batman villain in action figure form. Now we have Bruce Wayne. Rise of the Villains. Here he is in the package. 2 alternate hands, and then a large bookcase for the Wayne Manor. Bruce Wayne on the side. Back. Here's a figure posed up in front of the bookshelf. And the rest of Series 3. Pretty cool to get a younger Bruce Wayne. First time we've ever gotten a figure like that. And finally, Victor Zsasz. He's got 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 hands, 2 pistols. Then he has a sidewalk and brick wall piece with a dumpster. The only Victor Zsasz figure they ever made was from Arkham Asylum, so it's really cool to get another one of him. Here he is on the side and at the back. Victor Zsasz. The rest of Series 3. Here are the barebone Toys R Us exclusive versions of Series 3. Barbara, Bruce, and Victor. More traditional action figure packaging. She has no accessories, but she has a sidewalk piece. And for Series 3, they changed the sidewalk piece so they're not exactly interchangeable or connectable with the previous versions. But they work in different ways. Gotham, Rise of the Villains, Barbara Kean. Backside, here she is. Here's a description and the rest of Series 3. Then we have Bruce Wayne, couple of hands, a sidewalk piece, Bruce Wayne. Backside, here he is. Here's a description and the rest of Series 3. Victor Zsasz. He's got the same 6 hands, 2 pistols, sidewalk piece. On the backside, Victor Zsasz, description, Series 3. Here's Barbara Kean out of the package. On the left, we have the standard version as is. In the middle, I took her head and put it onto another Diamond Select body to have Barbara Kean as she was when she was running her bar. And then on the right, I had that extra Barbara Kean body, threw a random head for my fodder pile on there, and have another generic inmate. Here are the 2 Bruce Wayne figures out of the package. On the left, we have Bruce Wayne as is, and on the right, I sort of customized the clone of Bruce Wayne. I took a Mattel Batman vs Superman Lex Luthor head, popped it on here, painted his hair black, as his clone looked just like him, but had longer hair, at least at first. Thought it was pretty cool. And here are the 2 Victor Zsasz figures that I have. On the left, Zsasz as is, and on the right, sculpted and added a tie to him, made a custom zombie. Zombie was one of 3 Bane henchmen from Nightfall, Zombie, Trog, and Bird. Pretty simple custom, but works perfect. And here are the select versions. Series 4. Series 4 was also based off Season 2. Azrael, Hugo Strange, and Mr. Freeze. I can only imagine what would have come if they made Series 5, 6, etc. I would love to get Firefly, Scarecrow, Jerome, his brother. Ton of excellent characters. So let's take a look. As you can see at the top, Gotham, Wrath of the Villains. It's from the second half of Season 2. Azrael, deluxe action figure with base. Here he's in the package. Now this is not your traditional Azrael. It's not Jean-Paul Valley. It's not Michael Lane. But this is Theo Galavan, a made-up character for the TV show. The select version here came with an unmasked head, 3 swords, bunch of awesome accessories. One side, got Azrael posed up. At this point, they're just showing you an image of the figure. The back, here's Azrael. He's on one of the dioramas. Got the unmasked head. And here's the rest of Series 4. Then we have Hugo Strange. Very cool to get a Hugo Strange figure. He came with a ton of cool accessories. Mad Hatter book, a couple of certificates of sanity from Arkham Asylum, and the Order of St. Dumas book. He also has this sort of torture chair. Really nice suited figure. Side, Hugo Strange. On the back, here he is in front of the chair, and other figures from Series 4. And finally, we've got Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is uniquely from the show. No dome. Comes with 3 of these sort of ice grenades, or extra clips for his freeze gun, and then 2 freeze rays. Very, very nice. He has this diorama piece that connects to Azrael's, similar to the Series 1 Gordon and Cat. There's Freeze on the side. The back. There's Freeze. The other figures. Now, one interesting thing. Originally, Azrael and Freeze were supposed to come with a jail cell diorama. They both have a piece that would connect together. I don't know if it just didn't cost out, but they ended up reusing the similar diorama pieces from Jim Gordon and Selina Kyle from Series 1. And I really do like those pieces, but it would have been really nice to have that jail cell diorama. Here are the bare-bone Toys R Us versions of Series 4, Azrael, Mr. Freeze, and Hugo Strange. More traditional action figure packaging. Azrael still has the 3 swords, his container for them. Gotham, Wrath of the Villains, Azrael. Now what he doesn't have is the unmasked Theo Galavan head, and that really sucks because I could have done some cool things with that. The back side, we got Azrael, rest of Series 4. Then we have Mr. Freeze. He has the 2 different freeze rays and the extra cartridges. No dome on that freeze. Backside, here's Freeze. Rest of Series 4. And finally, Hugo Strange. He pretty much has the same accessories. The Order of St. Dumas book, a couple other books, and a couple of certificates of sanity. Now, one omission that Diamond Select screwed up on, they didn't include the glasses with the Toys R Us version of Freeze. Now, if you emailed them, they would send you a pair. I emailed them and asked for 2 pairs, and they sent both to me, one of which I gave to a custom Jean-Paul Valley, and the other one I gave to my DC Direct Arkham City Riddler, who was also missing his glasses. The back, here's Hugo Strange, pictured with glasses on the back of the package that doesn't come with glasses, and here's the rest of Series 4. Here are my Azrael figures out of the package. As you can see, 2 of the Azrael figures are as is, and one of them has Theo Galavan's head onto a suited body. In the show, he was the mayor of Gotham for a very brief period of time. Now, it's very disappointing that the Toys R Us version didn't come with the Theo Galavan head, because I would love to have one Azrael as is, one unmasked, and then Mayor Theo Galavan. But it didn't come with it, just the way it is. Here are my 2 Hugo Strange figures out of the package. Notice the one on the left has glasses, and the one on the right does not. I haven't done anything extra with this Hugo Strange body. It's a very nice body, very nice suit. I'm sure it'll come in handy in the future. And here are the 2 Mr. Freeze figures. Cool figure, although the absence of a dome bothers me a little bit. It is accurate to the show, though. Now, I haven't done anything with my extra Mr. Freeze figure, so the body's very unique. I'm sure I can come up with something eventually, but for now, it just sits in my Mr. Freeze bag. Here are a couple of custom figures I made, based off the Gotham TV show. On the left, we've got Fish Mooney. Fish Mooney was a made-up character for the show, and I'm shocked she never got a figure in the Gotham line. She was one of the main characters in Season 1, and I really wanted to get a figure of her, as she's a brand new, unique Batman rogue. And on the right, this is my sort of version of Salvatore Maroni. It's a wrestling head on top of the McFarlane DC Multiverse Penguin body. I would also love to get customs of Carmine Falcone, Jerome, and his brother Jeremiah. Maybe eventually. So that was my entire collection of DST, or Diamond Select, toys from Gotham. The figures were kind of plain, kind of ordinary, but I love figures like that. I'm a sucker for suited figures. Regular, civilian, or citizen-looking characters. Thugs, mobsters, cops, etc. I was a huge fan of this line. I like the 7-inch scale. I like the fact that they're all in regular clothing. Made for a ton of different customizable options there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure collection and action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is dHunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.